Hi, it's Karen Thaxton from marketingwords.com and copywritingcourse.com, and we're continuing the landing page basics series. In the first video, which was just entitled Basics, we went over the fact that your home page is not automatically your landing page. As a matter of fact, more times than not, your home page would not be what you would want to have as your landing page. We also talked about the fact that a landing page gets its name because it is where a site visitor lands after they click on some sort of trigger mechanism that starts the process. That might be an ad on a website. We're going to take a look at some examples of this in just a minute. It could be a link in an email. It might be a social media post. It could be an ad on AdWords or Facebook. It could be a link from a video. All sorts of different trigger mechanisms could link people to a different page where they would land. We also talked about the fact that there needed to be extremely close messaging between your trigger and the landing page that you choose to send people to, so that there isn't a disconnect, there isn't confusion going on. They expect to see one message when they click, and then when they land on the landing page, there's a different message. That means people click away because they don't understand. We went over the fact that you didn't need to be cute or clever. You needed to keep the copy very clear so that visitors would have an easy time finding their way, how to build trust, how to build calls to action and things of that nature. So we're going to take a look at 3 different types of trigger mechanisms and compare their messaging to the associated landing pages so you can actually see some examples of these. We're going to do some banner ads first, then we're going to take a look at some Facebook ads, and then we're going to look at e-commerce. And we will look at several e-commerce websites and show you how to use different types of pages successfully and sometimes not so successfully as we look at that situation as well. So I want to show you some good and some bad examples as we go through. We are starting on a site called My Bonus Blog, and this is a blog I read a good bit. And I came here because, like some other blogs, Christine Cobb has some advertising in her sidebar. So we want to take a look at some of these ads. These are the trigger mechanisms, these banner ads. And the first one is for Comment Love, and it says premium quality, magnetize your blogs, socialize your posts, and incentivize your comments. Download. When we click this, we get a special offer, and we just came from from My Bonus Blog. Now it says here that the owner of the blog is Christine Cobb, but you may not have noticed that. It also says it here. So one suggestion that I would make, if she's going to keep this Christine Cobb Readers special up here, I would change it to My Bonus Blog, because that's what people are probably more familiar with. Here are the offers: single site, multi-site developer, and you get bonuses down here that come with this product. The problem is we've skipped over all the information about this product. So if I didn't understand what Comment Love already was, if I thought this sounds pretty cool, magnetize my blogs, socialize my posts, incentivize my comments, gee, I wonder what that's all about, I wouldn't have found that out from this information. So this is making a major assumption on the part of Comment Love that people are already familiar with their product. This would not be enough to get me to click these links, because it's saying buy now. It's not saying get more information or what have you. So I would say this is a disconnect, and would recommend that Comment Love create a different page that perhaps gives some information about what their product is and explains these benefits that they've mentioned in the banner ad. Alright, let's scroll down a little bit. Here is hosting, HostGator. Click here. Hold on, I want to see. It had a price in here. Keep flipping, keep flipping. $4.95 a month. Save 25% is the coupon code that she has here. So if I was in the need for hosting and I clicked over, here's a disconnect. 20% off. Well, I had a coupon code over there for 25% off. I may still, if I decided to purchase, use that coupon code and see if it worked. Knowing me, I would definitely use the coupon code and see if it worked. And then it says starting at $3.96, but this said $4.95. So there's a little bit of a disconnect there. Not enough to stop me from reading all of this information and finding out if this is the right hosting plan for me, but like I said, you want to be sure that things line up pretty clearly. So this one's a so-so. It's not a fail or a pass, it's a so-so. Let's see. Whoop, that's Facebook. We'll go to Facebook in a minute. If we keep scrolling, free webinar training, free live training, take your business to the next level. Okay, sounds interesting. Let's see what that is. And this goes to a page, weekly live training, free to attend. So that's a connect here, join free weekly business experts, training live, deep training sessions. Where did I see? Yeah, up here, click to attend next live training. So all of this is a connect, and then it goes into the fact that you can just input your name in the opt-in box and you'll be automatically notified. And here's the session that will happen May 15th. Are you blogging in circles or creating purpose-driven content? So it's giving me the information I need to make a decision. Here's some other ones. I guess these are upcoming at future dates. But it's clear, it's clean, it's laid out nicely. It's very simple for me to figure out what it is, what the benefits are for me, and this is my call to action. This is all I have to do to join these weekly trainings. So this is definitely a pass. This is a good one. So we scroll down a little better. Sleep better knowing your WordPress blog is backed up. And then this Backup Buddy says backup, restore, migration, the only complete backup solution for WordPress. When we click to its landing page, and everybody will see something a little different based on the size of their monitor, the resolution of their monitor, and what have you. But this is all I'm seeing right now, Backup Buddy. Themes, plugins, training, blog, about, yah. It's not immediately giving me all of this information, backup, restore, migration. Now, if I scroll, I get this message, backup, restore, and move WordPress. I would suggest that they move some of this up here. I don't know what this does. Nothing. It's just an image. It isn't clickable. So to me, this non-clickable nothing up here isn't telling me anything. I would ditch that completely. I would get rid of that image and move this up that helps me relate to the banner ad. I mean, this picture isn't even all that attractive in my opinion. It's just sort of there. So I would suggest that they bump this part up because it does closely relate to what was in the banner ad. And let me just stop and say for a minute, all of these major companies don't have just one banner ad. They're creating dozens of them for affiliates to use in the promotion of their products and their services. But when you create them, if you are a product creator and you are coming up with these ads, social posts, what have you, think about how they will relate to the landing pages that you're sending them to. If you need to create separate landing pages for one particular target market, for one particular product, for a special, for what have you, then do that. Because if you get confusion and there's not a clear connection when people click from a trigger to a landing page, all they're going to do is leave. So you've wasted your time anyway. See, here we go with this image again. This is a video down here. Okay. So I would definitely get rid of that. And here we go with the information I was looking for. Back up, restore, move. So the rest of this is fine, but the top portion of this, which takes up the entire section above the fold, really needs to be reworked in my opinion. It does not give me the clean connection between the trigger and the landing page that I would hope for. Need a profitable niche. Underwater basket weaving? No. Let us help find you a profitable niche. So if you're somebody that's trying to decide what niche you want to be in, Affiliate Niche Research packs everything you need to get up and running quickly in a profitable niche. Okay? Pretty clear, easy to understand. And here are the different packs that are available. And it gives you a little description of what's included. Very easy to read. There's nothing fancy about this page whatsoever, but there's also nothing confusing about this page. It is extremely simple, well organized, and easy to navigate, so that's definitely a pass. And this last, oh no, not the last one. Video Traffic Academy. Crack the YouTube code, get at the first page of Google. Using video guarantee, dominate Google with video, want first page Google results. So this is apparently something strictly related or highly related to Google, since they mention that 3 times. But when we click over to, I'm going to pause that video. When we click over to the landing page, I see nothing about Google. Grow your business fast. Get easy traffic, leads, and sales with the world's 3rd largest site, YouTube. Where's Google? Now we're not going to watch this video. Oops, if I can get the page to scroll. James Wedmore is the man in the video, the creator of this course. And he's talking about automate your business, struggling to make ends meet. Biggest reason why YouTube. So far I don't see anything about Google. As a matter of fact, let's see if I can, well, it's got the searching blocked. I was going to see if I could, oh, here's some stuff about Google way down here. Google. But up here, all of this is a big disconnect. If they had not had all of the, it says crack the YouTube code, but then it says first page of Google using video guaranteed, dominate Google, first page of Google. So in my opinion, that's a fail. At least the first half of the page is a fail, and you've got seconds to connect with people when you're building a connection between the trigger and the landing page. So you really need to pay attention to what's going on in between the two. That would not have done it. If I read all this stuff about Google and got over to that page expecting and all I saw were references to YouTube, I would leave. I would not have stayed. So this is the last one, ready to finally make real money from your info products. So if you are a creator of information-based products, that might be something. And we come over, Income CPR, breathing life into your online business. And here again we see, are you ready to finally make money with your info products? Very clear connection. Very clear connection. And she goes into the copy down here about what she's offering. So that's definitely a pass. Alright, let's move on and take a look at some Facebook ads. This is another way these advertisements run in the sidebar of Facebook. The same principles would apply if you were looking at triggers and landing pages that came from promoted posts in Facebook or something, anything else that landed in the news feed of Facebook. So let's take a look at some of these. Some of these are good, some of these are bad. Now these usually would be in the sidebar. I've gone to, you can see up here at the top, facebook.com/ads/ad board. And this just shows you the ads that have been rotating in your own timeline sidebar. So you can just see them all in one place. It's easier to do this. This is one from AT&T. Learn how to earn $150 Visa reward card when you add new broadband to your business. So we click that ad and we see all for less with broadband and unlimited nationwide voice. Save money building a package that's right for your business. Okay. Start saving today. Call this number and here's the offer. $150 Visa reward card. Everything is here. Very clear, very simple. Here's the steps I need to take. I can check availability or what have you. The call to action is nicely offset. It's not the same color as everything else around it. It stands out. It is amazingly obvious and simple. They don't have to jump through hoops. Visitors can take one quick look and say, yep, that's what I want to do. So that's a pass. Get results with banner ads. Do you think you know display advertising? You are likely missing out on big traffic and ROI. When we click this, instantly uncover any advertiser's online strategy. Learn what's working for them and what's not. Leverage their results to spend smarter. For me, that's sort of a so-so, because I just came from an ad that says, think you know, get results with banner ads, think you know, display advertising, you are likely missing out on big traffic and ROI. But this is talking about instantly uncovering an advertiser's online strategy, finding out what's working for them. I can see how they are related. If I were the one creating this landing page, I would do something more closely related to the ad text. There's a little bit of a disconnect. If your visitors have to stop to figure out whether they're in the right place or what you're talking about, chances are they won't. They will simply leave if they don't understand it. This down here gives a clue. Your competitor's strategy at a glance, see advertisers' new launches, learn ads that win-lose without spending your own money. It's all very interesting, but it doesn't make that immediate connection that a successful landing page should make. So I'm calling this one a so-so, leaning toward the fail aspect. Let me get back to Facebook. Okay, amp up audience targeting. Link thousands of attributes to individual households for amazing real-time marketing. And this goes over to a page that really isn't helpful for me at a first glance. Ad Advisor. Neustar Ad Advisor audiences. Current, comprehensive, predictive. So far I haven't gotten a whole lot from what it was talking about in the ad. True digital advertising success begins with offline consumer intelligence, when offline consumer intelligence is assessed for target online campaigns. That's just what Ad Advisor Audience delivers. I'm not liking it. There's not an immediate connection there. It's not instantly telling me what I want to know. It is extremely company focused and not customer focused. It's always all about them And this is what AdAdvisor does. We go beyond. AdAdvisor unlocks. AdAdvisor audience helps marketers reach. See, and they're talking in the third person. Helps marketers reach. Helps you reach. You is one of the most powerful words in copywriting and in conversions. So I'm never a big fan of talking in third person about your audience instead of communicating with your audience. This one is also just blocks of text. It isn't very visually appealing. It's more difficult to read than a lot of the other examples we've had because it's just paragraph, 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 paragraph. So while the information is buried in here somewhere, I'm calling this landing page a fail because it does not instantly make that connection. It does not make it easy for the site visitor to find exactly what they're looking for in just a few seconds. Enhanced push to talk. Switch your business to AT&T Enhanced push to talk and get a free Samsung Rugby 3. Okay, we get to the landing page. AT&T Enhanced push to talk. Stay connected and productive on the nation's largest 4G network. And here's the Samsung Rugby 3 that it was talking about. Free call to order. Okay? Just how exactly do you expect me to do that when you've given me no telephone number? Oh, way down here. Here we go. Way down here is the phone number. If you're going to say call to order, that number needs to be right there in that same vicinity instead of way down here. See, on my monitor, the number doesn't even show up. So you're saying call to order and I'm going, really? How? Here's a form, but it doesn't say complete the form to order. It says call. So while the information is here, the call to action is messed up. I would definitely relocate this telephone number and put it someplace where it's much more visible. Other than that, it's a pretty decent landing page. And let's take a look at one more. Gamecock discounts. This is for the University of South Carolina. These are ads that have shown in my timeline, and since I'm a former Gamecock, then that's why I'm getting these ads, because that's listed in my Facebook information. Special auto insurance for USC alumni. Support the Cocks, which would be the Gamecocks, and save money on your insurance too.
Hi, welcome to our USC alumni discount page. Did you ever think that being a Gamecock alumnus would save you money on your insurance?
We're going to pause the little talking lady. This one's pretty well done. Sometimes I'm not a big fan of these talking images and videos that show up. This one is extremely clear. My Carolina Alumni Association. With Pitts Insurance. Special rate for USC alumni. Call 803, and here's the number. Click below to save money. Alumni discounts. Free auto quote, free home quote, free toy quote. A little message there of congratulations about the USC baseball team, and some other information that you need. Very well done, very clear, very clean, visually appealing. The calls to action stand out and are very obvious, and there is an absolute connection between the trigger ad and the landing page. So nicely done. Alright, let's take a look at some PPC ads from Google. These are AdWords ads, and we're going to look at some e-commerce websites. What I've searched for is Toshiba laptop computer. The first one, these are paid AdWords ads, is from Staples. Toshiba satellite laptop, long battery life for everyday use. When we get here, however, while it says Toshiba laptop computers, it says a great selection of HP, Dell, Acer, Asus, Lenovo, Toshiba, blah blah blah. Now, where was that computer that it was talking about with the long battery life? Who knows? Because this is a category page that starts with Toshiba computer, Acer computer, Asus computer, all sorts of other things. It isn't until you scroll about a third of the way down that you get to the actual listings in this category page for the Toshiba laptops Staples carries. Still, I haven't seen anything that mentions this satellite laptop with a long battery life. See down here there are some satellite ones, but it doesn't mention anything in particular about long battery life or what have you, so there's a disconnect there. I would definitely do something with that page to clear that up and not have it say Toshiba laptop computer, list all these other manufacturers. If you're going to send them to a category page on an e-commerce site so they can shop through the different models you have, don't make your ad so specific that they're looking for one particular feature or something to that effect. If you want to run ads for particular satellite laptops, that's one particular model from Toshiba is their satellite series, then send them to a category page that only shows Toshiba satellite laptops and not all these other models. Here's the official Toshiba website, and it does a really nice job. It's clear, it's clean, it's visually appealing. You get some discount offers. The trigger ad was not so specific that you would be looking for a particular model. This category page directs traffic, and that's what it's designed to do. Here's the value model, mainstream performance, ultrabooks. It also, however, has tablets, hold on, didn't mean to click that, desktops, and business, which that's a picture of a laptop too. So you've got some things in here that are not laptops. The majority of it is. So overall, I would say that this one is a pass. All right, let's take a look at this one, Toshiba laptop computers from Walmart. This category page takes us to one that only lists Toshibas. We see nothing else. This is clear, it's uncluttered, it's very simple. Some information in the title of this product. You're getting a few bullet points here. You can take a quick look. You get the price. It's very clean, very clear. That one's definitely a pass. Best Buy Toshiba sale. Shop Best Buy and get Toshiba notebook for $529 now. Whoops. Let's see. $529? They're saying $579.99 right here. So we have a disconnect there. If I saw the $529 price and I came to this page that has $579, I don't know that I would buy. Knowing me and my bargain shopper tendencies, I would go back and try to find the $529 deal and see what that was. But it does, this is a product page. This is not a category or a subcategory page. It's for one particular laptop. It gives the information up front, product availability, special offers. Now it could be that in there is a special offer that would bring that price down by the $50 that it's missing, but I don't see it right away. Product features, everything you need is all right here on one page, and you've got the tabs too with the specifications and the accessories and ratings and what have you. So it's a good page. Call to action is very clear. It's in a bright color that stands out, that doesn't blend in with everything else. It's just the price issue. If they told me $529, the page needs to say $529. So this one's a so-so leaning toward a pass. So you get some ideas about the different types of trigger ads, and these are just advertisements. These don't even include social posts or emails that you might send out or other types of advertising. But you can see what a difference it makes with what the trigger mechanism says and what you find on the landing page. And pay attention to that when you are shopping around online. When you're clicking these ads that you see anywhere, stop for a minute before you click it and think, what made me want to click this ad? And then pay attention to your own reaction when you get to the landing page. Is there a connection? If you left, why did you leave? Stop and think about that for a minute, and it will really help you when you start to create your own ads and your own landing pages. Thanks so much. I hope you have found this review and critique helpful. I will continue to add future videos to the Landing Page Basics series to keep you up to date on how to create the most effective and high converting landing pages that you can. This is Karen Thaxton with marketingwords.com and copywritingcourse.com. I'll catch you next time.